Hi everyone, my name's Tamara Chambers and this is Tamara Just Streamed, and today I streamed Artemis Fowl. Artemis was indeed foul. This is a Disney Plus released movie based on a set of novels. I think there's 8 of them. I grew up reading these books. The first one came out I think in 2001 and I read them. I think I read all of them. Honestly, don't remember them to a great detail. I remember really enjoying them, but I couldn't tell you what happened in each individual book anymore. It's been a while. We're many books past that. I'm pretty sure this movie is mostly going over the first book. It's what it kind of felt like. But guys, it wasn't a good movie. I kind of had the feeling going into it that it was gonna be cheesy, but lovable, and like I was gonna love the characters and kind of settle back into those characters that I grew up reading about and enjoying, and there were a few nice moments, but really nothing happens in this movie. There's like one action sequence. It all takes place at his house, and they pump up Artemis for being like this really smart kid, and then really he doesn't use any of that, where in the books he was really clever and used that to his advantage. And it just felt like they didn't know how to write these characters from like this really expansive book series into an hour-and-a-half movie. It just didn't, something was lost in the making of the script for this movie. And with that screenplay adaptation, it didn't feel like it gave the actors much to work with, and I kind of felt for them throughout the film because just the performances were lackluster, the action scene was lackluster, and the story overall was just super lackluster. Mulch Diggums is arrested in the very beginning, and he then narrates most of the movie, and he's played by Josh Gad, and his voice is such a weird choice for it to then be used as the narration for the whole movie. He makes a very interesting stylized vocal choice for his performance as Mulch, and it is a lot for a narration, honestly. Also, just right up front, we get so much exposition. He's arrested and he's being interrogated, and he's like, let me tell you about this really, really smart kid and this impossible weapon. And then the interrogator is like, that sounds impossible to me. And he's like, look, buddy, I know you don't believe my story, but let me just tell you a bit more. And then just goes into like 6 minutes of how the kid, Artemis Fowl, is just super smart and he doesn't have any friends and he just really loves Albert Einstein, okay? Artemis Fowl in this is such an annoying character. Like he's written as like this kind of annoying smartass that no one likes because he's too smart, which isn't like a lovable character trait unless like because they didn't write him to be a lovable character. And I distinctively remember liking this character when reading these books. Artemis Fowl Sr., who's played by that one guy, and I can't remember his name, but we all know him. He gets captured, and then Artemis Fowl has 3 days to bring him the Oculus. What is it called? Aculos? Then we go to Haven City, which is a relief because the most interesting parts of this movie revolve around the fairies and the goblins and the leprechauns and Dame Judi Dench. I literally, when she walked out, I just said, oh, Judi, no. Oh God, no, Judi. Then we see Mulch Diggums, who is a dwarf, who is an expert tunneler, dig. And he like opens up his mouth really big, and then he starts eating dirt and then pooping the dirt out, and it's actually the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. I had to pause the movie and just give myself a second to think it over because it was too much. A lot of the magic doesn't make sense because it's not well explained, because they just don't have enough time to explain it, or they didn't do it right. You guys didn't do this correctly. It's like they're stuck in these time warps. Whenever the fairies come to the human world, they put this like time hold on everything, and then if they don't get out before it explodes, it kills them. But then it didn't kill Holly, the main fairy, and she was able to stay back. The magic doesn't add up, and we're just never clued in on it, and we're just kind of expected to just go along for the ride. Same with the Aculos, the fucking, it looks like a nut, like an acorn. Same with that. What does that even do? It's never explained. It's just like a really powerful thing that everyone wants to get, and it destroys worlds and you know, power stuff. It brings his dad back to life at the end of the movie. How did that even happen? Just never mind, okay, we'll just keep on going, keep on keeping on. We find out that Holly's dad, who died trying to keep the Aculos safe, he's a hero, and everyone thought he was a traitor, but it turns out he's a hero. And then she gets to go investigate bad guys, setting up for a sequel. And then, you know, Artemis Fowl goes to work with his dad, Artemis Fowl Sr., and setting that up for a second one. And for some reason they bring Mulch Diggums along, you know, just the more the merrier. Jump on in, bud. And it is maybe the best example of a movie so confidently setting up a second movie that I just feel like will never in any world happen. But overall, it just felt directionless and lackluster and just so weird on so many levels. But it was a very nice excuse to put my ears on. I don't like being this negative. I gotta find something positive to say about it. Nope. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week. Let me know what you think that I should check out for next week's episode. Bye! I have to check out my son. Hey, bud. Sleeping next to me the whole time. The movie put him to sleep.